here today for putting together a tutorial for Jurassic Park NES version, putting together with what strats have been implemented along the way. First and foremost, I want to point out that the intro screen is a long and lovely 27 to 29 seconds. And from reset on emulate. And so there's going to be a little bit of a breakdown on timing and going over kind of what spawns where, what to expect when stuff happens. Yes, about 27.5 seconds before you can even press start. Gotta love it. It's not a huge deal. It's actually a good time to kind of cool down, let the last run kind of melt away a little bit. But the action starts immediately because we're going to be shooting 5 to 6 shots to clear out some copies. Time does not start for SRC counting until control happens, which is varying because of this title screen. So it's a little easier to notice because it's first frame, you have control of Grant. So it'd be right there. We have to move immediately or the copies will not be in the right pattern. To easily shoot the eggs, we'll have to end up shooting this full 6 shots. But I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can explain a bit more about what's going on. What we're going to do is pick up this ammo. We're going to go to 9 eggs. That's what we want. That is the bare minimum shots is 4 because you're probably going to hit a copy in there. I would expect to hit 4 to 6 shots in this spot. So that way we can make sure we get all 3 eggs that are reachable from this location. Making our way down to this key card. Staying higher than that, and then shooting that egg while we're on the ground. I have had it despawn the bullet before it hit the egg. If I was jumping, I don't know why, but this is the only location where I've had to worry about my shot being on the ground before hitting that egg. This blue shot immediately on pickup will spawn a raptor. So I'm going to turn immediately right as soon as I pick this up and fire a shot. 95% of the time this raptor is going to die, and about 30% of the time we're going to get a copy with it. We did not. We're going to switch back to yellow, line up with this motion detector, shooting a shot downward or right diagonal, getting this egg. We're going to get our blue ammo ready again because we're going to have a Dilophosaurus or spitter, as I will call them from henceforth, spawning right as soon as we cross this tree up ahead. Now we do not have to pick up the ammo off of this, but we do want to pick up either the raptor or the spitter's ammo if you're going to be doing the tight ammo routing, so we get the 40 ammo pickup from the T-Rex. Otherwise, just don't worry about it, and we can pick up the ammo next to building 1. We're going to switch back to yellow, go to this rooftop. We're going to do an immediate diagonal right shot after 1 hop to the right, and then we're going to graze back down to the bottom of the wall as we're doing the shot to get a good alignment for it. About kind of like that. Now this next shot upstairs will, about half the time, have a copy in its line of fire. So if you do have the copy, blue shot, it's 1 shot and done. If we do not, we can stay on yellow and just blast away. I will try to get the alignment and then the misalignment for the stair shot. There is a very small window where we get the chance to shoot straight left off of the stairs. Otherwise, stairs are kind of a no-go for any shots or jumps. This is too low. Right here. Right where you see that line, when you can see 1 pixel of that stair, you are good to go. You go. Okay, you need 2 lines of a pixel, not 1. If I was 1, I was not able to shoot. You can see my input, and it's not. Now, stairs are not your friend when it comes to combis. They love to clamp them, and you can't do a thing about them. So from the rooftop, now that we got both of the eggs shot, we're going to go up, and we're going to come to about here. So this way, when we fire from this location in an upward left angle, we are going to cross this rock sprite that's up ahead and shoot another egg that we could see from the beginning. Right there. Now this one may or may not have a compy blocking it. You can do a triple yellow or a blue through this, but around this location you want to land and take your shot. Now, here is one of the big time saves. Well, big minor time saves of this level. We're going to shoot a jump shot so Grant is fully above the line of the trees right after this building. We're going to go to this line here and then turn back. That should allow the sprite of the egg on the far right to spawn in right as our bullet gets to that location. You can see the sprite right here. Gone. So, and do this one more time, all in one go to that point, so it's a little bit easier to see exactly what's going on. I will stop when I get to that top right shot. All right, here we go. Nine eggs, good. Too close to the tree, where we do not want to be. Again, too close to the tree, where we do not want to be. Showing what you should not want to happen. Every landing we have, or every time we get hit, that is a half-second loss. So we want to avoid that when possible. Every death is 75 tenths of a second. So we're going to stop here at this line, so that way that egg sprite is loaded in and rendered in the memory of the game. So we're making our way through to this point, so that way we don't have to go further. If we cross this line, a spitter will spawn up and potentially block our shot, so we do not want to go any further. Okay, this is the spawn line. So we have a full, as soon as we cross into that block there, we are going to have the spitter block our shot, and that's not useful for us. So we're trying to get that so we do not see the egg entirely, so we do not have the spitter block. We're going to make our way back through, hopefully dodging copies through the trees that you can't see, hopping along the way, because every landing we have is a full frame saved. Walking. I start here. Okay, this rooftop has three main RNG factors. We have the best RNG factor right here, where no compies spawn. There is one compy spawning in one of the two locations, or two compies spawn. There are different variations thereof, but generally this is by and far the easiest, and it lets us get the chance to take out that top left egg through a diagonal of the wall. So just like that, we are able to shoot through the corner of the wall and get our egg quickly. It is kind of like a YOLO shot, and it does save time, but because of the fact compies spawn here a lot more often than not, never count on it. But it's about a half a second time save being able to do this shot. Now you could potentially go for the left one first and then go for that one there. The task does it, but I personally do not see it being any faster. It does have the potential to be faster because you're not going to have to worry about going all the way up to that corner. But the time save there is extremely minuscule, and I went for not just optimization on time, but for redundancy and repeatability and consistency. I'm already lined up with that first egg on the right. I'm shooting, then I'm going to go left, grab the key card from that egg, because then if I need extra ammo, I can throw a blue shot through the compies and hit the egg at the same time, collecting a little bit of extra ammo to get me through the level. So from there, we have our first building. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps. From here, we are going to shoot immediately straight down. This will hit the egg. We want to go quickly because this raptor will block the shot otherwise. All you have to do is touch the sprites of that egg and then fire down. That is the limit for that sprite to be loaded on that egg on the very bottom. There is a hidden one up in this room if you so happen to need it. That compy is the most hated compy in the first stage. Sometimes he's down, not very often. Most of the time he's blocking your shot. And then on very rare occasions, he actually makes it through the door and hits you. I hate that little dino. But this right here is the one up. Not necessary in the run, not in the speed run at all. But if you need it, it is there. We're going to wiggle a little bit to the right through that door to, I go up and then diagonal right just a tiny bit, just enough so my gun aligns so I can shoot straight up and hit the egg. Because every time we are going to go for that last egg, we want to shoot it so that we have that time for the key card to spawn and not wait on that card. Because you cannot always, you have to wait about a second and a half before you can pick it up. Again, we cross the tree, kill the spitter. Okay, our ammo is fairly in the good position. So we are going to kill this raptor twice. This raptor on the left, if you're going quickly, even if you do the walk inside and shoot the egg down below that I'm going to go through, even if you do that, but you're still able to do the others without getting hit and able to get out of there quickly, this raptor, if you collect the ammo, will not respawn. But that is about the fringe limit. If you take a hit and you're going inside and not doing the door shot, that raptor will respawn if you collect the ammo. So if you are really needing ammo, you could do it this way. But I have plenty of ammo. I'm going to kill this thing twice. I am not collecting the ammo because I do not need it. I will collect it on the way up. Okay, if you need it, this right box is health. You get to pass by it twice. I will pick it up now. The top left box that we passed is invincibility. Temporary invincibility. The third box here is damage. Don't touch it. So I'm going to do 4 jumps from this door that I'm coming up to. Not this one that you see right now, but the next one. I'm going to do 4 jumps down right diagonal, shoot 2 yellow shots to the right, swing up, shoot another blue to shoot through another compy, and take out the egg directly above, going off the corner, upward right, and then I'm staying at this corner of the door, and then I will show off the door shot from there. We're going to ignore this egg for now. 4. Up blue. This compy got out of the way, unfortunately, so I'm probably not going to hit it. but around this location is where you want to land. You may or may not land on the ammo, so don't always count on this ammo, but we're going to make our way up to this corner where the compy is, and then shoot up and right with the yellow shot. And then, because I don't care about the, I already know the raptor's going to be there because I did not collect the ammo out there. We're going to line up just like this to this corner, and then I'm going to do a full jump into this door frame. And at the peak of the jump, I'm going to shoot in this direction. When you are jumping, you cannot turn, so you want to make sure you are in the diagonal before you start your jump. And I'm going to jump holding left, and then, like I said, shooting at the apex. Right there is going to hit that. Then from here, a little bit below the blue cabinet is in alignment with this egg. We just fire it as we go by. And blue ammo ready is the raptor. Okay, we have 13 shots. We're going to take this corner here through the fence. Another fence shot right here. You can do it this way, or you can go around the front. And if you go around the top, you have a second shot directly straight up from that egg I just shot to hit the one above the fence. But if you go past that white box, that will despawn the egg above the fence. So you will not be able to hit it if you go down too far. We have the last two eggs and a 1-up right here. So if you happen to need another extra 1-up, there's one right here. Show it off. Now we're going to see this raptor. This raptor, if it is not in this room, as soon as you're done talking to the computer we need to talk to open the gate, it will spawn. You have frames to respond to it. Very few. So always have blue ammo ready for this raptor, because it will hit you if it's not in there to begin with. So if I had the timing right, this raptor would be in this corner right here, and then we would just flick down right as we go through the door and shoot this with a blue ammo and instantly kill it. It's going to be a little bit in the center of the door, so I'm just going to shoot straight down. Do not press start until gate control is hit. We want to wait for this cascade to start. Once the cascade has started, we are clear to leave the screen. What I'm doing is what I call splitting the door. I am shooting, so my bazooka is in line with the door frame. There is a small window where bullets will cross through a door, even though it looks like it's not going to. There is a compy directly behind this door frame. I took the short route, like directly from the computer room up to here. Always expect a compy in this door frame. Worst case, you lose 2 shots. I did not. Copy that. Alright, making our way back to the beginning of the level where the gate is, so we can rescue Tim from the stampede. This is a timed event, and it is completely patterned. I tend to stay on the left side. Grant's hitbox is his hat. So as long as his hat is not being stepped on, you are clear to go anywhere. I'm just going on the vertical alignment of the sprite. So what I'm going to show off on this next batch is what I call the swag stomp. There's a fun little glitch that is completely useless and actually painful for the character, as Tim can clip his sprite wrap his sprite around to the other side of the screen from the left side. causing him to be run over by the Triceratops that run along the right side of the screen. I'm going to go and flick him over and get him stomped. Just something to look out for. I do it every run because I have ran this too many times, as you can see from my counter. It's something to keep me sane. Not really, it's just for mostly amusement. But it also shows that Tim taking a hit is 3 points of damage. If Grant takes the hit, it is 6 points of damage. So always better to have Tim take the hit than Grant. If you have no way around it, make sure you pick him up, otherwise he'll get hit again. But if you were to leave him over there and you had to swag stomp the second Triceratops in that pattern, you can just leave him there and then pick him back up after the left one passed him. The sprite's not, his hitbox is not there, it's all the way on the other side of the screen. So this is what I call the waves. We're forced to go all the way right, then we have to go all the way to the left. After that, don't do that. You want to go straight left. From there, I have extra lives. But this will also show that we're going to go find a hidden health box right at the start of stage 2. That'll heal us about half of our hit points back. So anything under half our health does not really matter at all. This health box is what I use to start lining up 4 shots we're going to take right off the start of the level. So immediately go left and down. If we were to go up here, compy spawn. If we go for this ammo, spitter spawn. We don't want to pick this up yet. We want to keep these spitters off the screen because we are going to be trying to get 6 eggs as quickly as possible. Right here is our target. This is the hidden health box I was talking about. As soon as we pick this up, we're going to shoot straight down, hit an egg there, and then we're going to start hitting these remaining 3 eggs in quick succession. You could jump through it, but I like to make sure I'm facing the right direction. And as I've mentioned before, jumps do not let you change your direction. They don't let you turn. So boom, boom, boom. Okay, not perfect. I have a save state for that. Here we go. Bottom, top, left, up, and then down and left. Very quick. Bases. Or the starting point is that hidden health box right here in the corner. And now we're going to go to the right, shooting an ammo across the fence bottom to hit an egg across there before we collect this ammo. And as soon as we collect this ammo, we're going to shoot downward right to hit the other egg and avoid hitting the spitter that's going to spawn in between the two. So it's shoot, shoot. Okay. One more time. Go here, 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 here. Spitter was in the way. That's going to happen quite a bit. No big deal. But this is the last of the difficult eggs to spot. And then there's our last 2, which you can either use a blue or just blast away with yellows, which is what I will do because my save state only has 1 blue, and I like using my blue for the first raptor in the raptor house coming up next. So yellow. We want to make sure that we hit this right one last because it's closer to us, and that way we have less time to go over and pick that up. It's about a quarter of a second difference. No huge loss if you happen to not get that top egg first or last. So I'm going to switch to blue. Sometimes, well, a lot of people might still have some left, but we're going to need it for boom, raptor. Okay. I hit that first because I am used to it. It's a tiny bit of a time loss. You can hit it from going up through this door. I do it so that way I have one chance to hit it on the way down. And now if I happen to have missed it when I scrolled over to get it, I have a second chance to hit it on the way back up. So it's backup plan on backup plan for consistency's sake. What we're going to do is try and do a shot through this door to the downward left. This will hit this egg on the left side faster than trying to do a jump shot off the rock, which I had been doing prior. And then this rock right here at the bottom is going to be our friend for a tiny little bit. We're going to split our sprite with it, so we are on the right half of that sprite, shooting down to hit an egg. If we are fully sharing the Y position or the X position of this rock sprite with Grant, we will miss the egg on the bottom. We must make sure we are on the right half of the rock. And then we touch the rock face right and blast that other egg. So here, okay, I missed the door shot, no big deal. I can still do this, jump. A little slower, but if you can hit that egg coming through the doorway, it's a time save. What we're going to do is pick up this green ammo. We are going to minimize our green ammo usage. We want to use this on the T-Rex. There is 40 total green pickup in this level. Blue is worth 6, green is worth 2, yellow 1, copper, red, brown, whatever you want to call it, the triple shot, bullet shot. They're 2 apiece, but you can only have 1 on screen, but we're not seeing those until next stage. Those are the most potent ammo for the T-Rex, surprisingly. The blue would be our next best, but we only see 14 before the T-Rex fight. And that's the 10 ammo pickup we had in stage 1, and then there's a tiny little teaser for ammo pickup in here we are going to completely ignore because that's too much time out of our way. So we're going to pick up this green ammo, leave it, or we're going to switch back to yellow, jump, and shoot while we're heading right. And then as soon as we cross this pixel line, we're going to have a raptor ready. So we're going to switch back after this jump shot to green, fire 2 shots so the raptor eats both bullets and dies, and not our face. Because, you know, it's always preferable for the raptors to eat the ammo rather than our face. But then we're going to have the most hated shot of any of the speedruns, or for any speedrunner of this game. This shot is almost pixel perfect. There's a 2 pixel window for our ammo to hit this egg on the bottom inside these trees. If you go too far to the left, you're gonna not hit the egg at all. It's gonna go right by it. If you go too far to the right, you're gonna hit the trees that you cannot see. And if you're not down far enough, the egg has not spawned in yet, and you will miss the shot that way. I have had that happen many a time, as I have found out. So there are 2 important lines for raptor spawns, which is this one, and then this corner here. I am trying to avoid going below this line, so I don't have another raptor in my face before I get this egg shot. It will not block our shot very easily, so that's not why I'm worried about it. It's just so this way I don't have to dodge this raptor or take another hit. That is not what we want to have happen. So ammo, shoot, switch back to green, cross this line, raptor, 2 shots. Okay. About here is our egg shot. I just demonstrated why we want to make sure we are down far enough, because I did not change my X alignment. I only changed my Y alignment. The egg had not spawned in yet. We want to make sure we see this hole, or the egg will not be there for us to shoot. So demonstrating the raptor spawn is here. As soon as I crossed into this section, the raptor spawned in. We're going to go straight right from this point, shooting another egg through the trees at a downward right diagonal, and then collecting a hidden invulnerability box. There is another one up in this stage. I will demonstrate that as well. but it is not routed at all. It is one I did not know about until we did this on the Big 20, when they had maps that were found and marked for every hidden item and known box out there, which is wonderful. But information I didn't have when I was doing the speedrun. Anyhow, killing this raptor, showing off the 1-up, and grabbing the hidden invulnerability box along the way. I do not care that I've lost a little bit of shots. Right here is the spot to shoot that egg. Down at by this window is the 1-up. That is a danger box, don't touch it. Invulnerability. Up and left outside that door. Jump shot down and right from that rock. We'll let us hit this egg down there. I have a buttload of ammo. I'm going to start unloading because I do not want more than 2 yellow shots. So this way I have minimal ammo going into the T-Rex fight, because I want that 40 yellow ammo pickup as soon as I'm done fighting that T-Rex. So I'm going to have a little bit less than normal, which is 38 is what I'm used to. Anywhere over 30 to 32 green is perfect. If I have that low of ammo, I will save a few extra blue or yellow shots just to make sure that I have enough to get to the T-Rex. Eggs do not matter here. There is 2 methods to really doing this raft well and quickly. You can mash, but you will lose a little bit of time, versus a pattern tap. So as soon as the ore sprites go, resume the next tap to go forward faster. You will save a little bit of time if you can get used to the pattern. It is about the same jump or pattern as the quick jumps. We're going to hug this corner here, so we take no damage from those. I prefer to go solid left with a little bit of a pause, so that way I dodge that Brachiosaur. Now we're up to the T-Rex fight. I'm going to move immediately from here, lining myself up to this left rock sprite. I will go over all the different positions that have been found, including the safe spot. So that way, getting through this fight is a cakewalk. It is a set pattern, just like the Triceratops Stampede. This T-Rex has so many patterns, or it has only so many different motions it goes through. Do not panic. Just make sure you move close to this rock right off the bat if you're going to stay on the downside. If you're going above the rock for that pattern, you're going to want to make sure Lex stays a little bit below the left rock sprite line, so that way she does not get eaten when the T-Rex goes around. Now, I do a no D-pad double hand mash, so I am going to line myself up in this least movement required possible spot, which is about half a rock sprite away from this left rock, facing upward and left, because that's where the T-Rex is going to be at. And the reason why it's half the sprite size away is because that allows me to make sure I can do a downward tap, realign, and shoot straight down for the second cycle, because I am human, I am not a machine. I cannot one cycle this particular T-Rex fight with the green ammo. It is machine possible to do so, but unless you have a mash that is absurd, like I'm talking absolutely absurd, you're going to be minimum of a 2 cycle. I will go through this fight a few times, so I will show off all the locations that are pretty decently easy to accomplish without too much of an issue. Even if your mash is not quick, there is 3 cycles are fairly easy. So I'm lining up. This is a little bit further than the halfway sprite or halfway around, but I want to make sure Grant's shoulder line is not above the sprite of the rock. If I am any further up, this T-Rex will eat me. The reason why I'm getting so close to it is because I do not want a single one of my ammo sprites to show up, because then I can mash as fast as I can. If an ammo sprite shows up, we are limited by our number of ammo shots per type. 3 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, 1 round of copper, which is 3 at once. So we don't want ammo sprites to show up. We want this T-Rex to become white. All right, let us begin mash. Down. Half. And the third cycle. Now that is not the fastest, but that is very quick, and you can see right behind the T-Rexes, we have our ammo drop. So we're going to go for that without eating or getting eaten by the T-Rex, because he still has an active death hitbox. If you come into contact with his jaws, you will die. However, if you happen to do so on his way out after the about halfway point, you will still go on to the next stage. Cass does it. It's kind of funny. I've seen it happen in a live run. It was very amusing. I don't recommend it though, because the timing is very tight. And you run at the same speed. But we're going to pick that ammo up so we get ready for the next stage. Not sure if I have a save state for this. I will double check. Yes. Okay. I don't have a huge window. So our other one is on top of that rock. This is one that Prisii and Pikachu had utilized during Speedrun, because they do a different type of mash where they are able to use the D-pad. So they start at the top of the rock and run a little bit left as they shoot. Task does the same style of pattern. This gives you a longer time on the hitbox and the potential to possibly one cycle if you get enough hits in and don't run into the jaws. I can't do this nearly as easily, and my save state's very tight on time. So I will try to, but I cannot say I can do a very good job at this. Now they would do in this motion here, and then they can just go straight down. But again, the disadvantage of that positioning is when you go down to the second cycle, you are showing a lot more sprites, so you are limited on your shots going down. Now this position right here, you want to make sure, if you're going for the 3-phase, to get below the ammo ball sprite. That is the safe spot for this. The only 100% safe spot I can say for sure is your ammo count. You will not get eaten as long as yourself and Lex are right near that ammo count. I will demonstrate while it goes through its entire pattern cycle. So make sure Lex is close to your ammo count. That is the 4th cycle where you have this rock is your safe spot. You can stand at the top of the rock and just unload straight down as it's going up. But this spot right here, you will not get eaten. But if you happen to run out of ammo, there will be a 40 count yellow ammo pickup right around that grass patch. Right here is the reset of the cycle, so we're going to resume shooting. Ammo. T-Rex fight is daunting at first because you don't know exactly where it's going, but the pattern is set. Learning the pattern is pretty simple. If you have to take and continue, your ammo is wiped out clean. We do not want that to happen, obviously, because our ammo is precious in this game and lets us get this run done as quickly as possible. But the 40 ammo pack is enough to finish the T-Rex in one go if you don't miss too many shots. Obviously not the ideal setting, so I'm not going to go through that scenario. What we're going to want to do is stage 3 after that fight, and the routing has changed from the left first to the right side first. This has proven itself to be a nearly 7-second save over the prior routing. So I will go into a bit more detail as to this route. So immediately we're going to go left. These two boxes right next to us, the left one here is health. The right one is damage. Don't touch it. We're probably going to need a little bit of health after the raft ride to the T-Rex. So what we're going to do is go to that key card, shoot a shot as we pick up the green ammo, shoot a second shot, because we want 3 points of damage heading straight up from there. Because there's going to be a compy and an egg immediately there. Right, straight up here is one egg. Right here is a second egg. We are going to make sure that we are our bullet goes across the center or close to the center of these rocks to hit an egg up here. If it's too far to the right, you will not be able to hit the egg, and we are going to be making a shot up in this spot anyways, but we cannot go left, so we want to make sure we're shooting up before we get to this motion detector, because this motion detector keeps us from going left enough to make the shot and hit the egg straight up. But there's going to be a right diagonal shot that we're going to take up here, which saves a huge amount of time as well, because there's an egg hidden up in the trees that used to have to be collected from the top side. This is a small window to make this shot guaranteed. Just lining up on that rock, upward right, shoot. Pretty straightforward and simple. Thank you, Beta X Complainer. So right there, because I shot once and then collected the green and shot again, there's exactly 3 points of damage going straight up, 2 for the compy just in case, and then 1 for the egg. There will be a second compy following, but it should not be in time to hit this or to block our ammo. And the compy that we were worried about is already out of the way. So switch back to yellow, split our rock sprite in any way, shape, or form. Just don't be on the far right side of it. And then right there is our egg in the trees. Now this raptor you see we are going to gun down immediately, because we want spitters on this level, not raptors. They cannot coexist on the same screen. This is kind of important for the routing, because we are going to intentionally get spitters to spawn when we go to the bottom side, because there is one spitter spawn in the entire bottom left corner. There are 4 raptor spawns. Pick your poison. Double tap there, switch back to yellow, and shoot upward right. We are just going to collect the one in front of us as we go through. We want to make sure we hit that one going upward and right first, because that spitter most likely will spawn in and potentially block a straight up shot as we go through. We are going to go through these trees very carefully, because I mean there's hidden pathways through these trees. These 2 holes are fairly open. There is some blockages in them. Like right here, this is blocked. This is open, this is open. This is blocked. This is blocked right here. But this part down here is open. This is important because the spot down here that we can't quite see is open. That's where we're going to go through twice. Once on the way back over, when we are getting our spitters to spawn. when we go south. And I will go over this a little bit more in detail once we get to that point. So from this shot, we are going to go straight down, shoot another shot, and go downward right. If you miss that bottom egg, no big deal. You're going to have plenty of chances to shoot it as we go by. Now, this opening in here, I bounced off of the tree right here, which lines me up to go left and upward left very quickly. So it aligns myself for these 2 eggs in those shots. You can see that it's moving me a little bit as I'm hitting these invisible tree blocks. Now I am in line for this bottom left shot. Now you can just see Grant right here. I have gone way too far down. So I'm going to go up. You can see my ammo had ended up right here. That's the first miss. We are going to shoot upward and right, or upward left up here to get this egg destroyed without going to collect it, because it's a very awkward hole to walk through, but we can shoot it fairly easily upward and left diagonal. So I'm going to wiggle. I do a quick little spiral. So I turn myself back up and facing there, but I hold down a couple of frames longer, so I'm positioned down a little bit more. I am gradually working my way down in these loops, downward right, downward right, downward right. More down than any of the other directions, just so that way, especially if I see my ammo come up in these tree spots. If I don't see it at all, I know I'm way too far down or I'm way too far high. But I'm usually able to tell from the screen position about where I'm at. If I'm way too far high, I have not seen the entirety of this screen. So if I don't see this, I know I'm not far enough. Now right here is a wide opening. This is okay to exit, but if we were to try and enter from there, we would have a raptor. We don't want raptors as much as possible. So we're going to let this raptor, however, follow us up so we don't have spitters at the visitor center. So we're going to go here, line ourselves up about in this angle just above this tree, because the tree foliage is clean to shoot through. And by the way, don't touch these or the stegosauruses. That is a full death on contact. If you miss it, don't worry about that egg too much. You'll have a second chance at it. But we want that. We didn't have the raptor follow us far enough, so we had the spitter spawn. So I'm going to kill this one, go up to the top, shoot. Now, that was a risky chance. If any of those 2 compies had gotten in the way, that shot would have been blocked and I'd have been having to shoot more. So if you see compies up here, don't be afraid to switch to green and just unload a couple of shots, because chances are the second one will get through and hit the egg. Try not to take hits. Now, this spot right here, I am aiming for this corner right here. This compy that's going to come up and say hi will not be able to say hi or greet us personally if we land there in our quick jumps. Because all we have to do is get to this position right here and do a full jump. That compy can't touch us. Boom. Okay, so what we're looking for right here is the key point of this new route. We want to make sure that we either hear or see a spitter shadow up at the top of our screen. If we do not, we want to have green ammo ready and shoot up, because we're going to be down a little bit further into this thing. We want to shoot up as soon as we're crossing into this hole. There will be a raptor that says hi if we do not hear or see a spitter, most likely. I'd rather waste 2 shots and not take a hit than take a hit and have to waste 2 shots, because we do not want raptors on the screen at all. Okay, we did not get it, but we didn't get either one. So, ideal of both scenarios. Oh, I heard it now. I heard the spitter this time. Thanks. So what we're going to do is keep this guy alive. This spitter must stay alive. He is our friend. That is the only chance this thing really has to hit us, is that first initial spit diagonal. After that, it can't get us as long as we're moving. We're going to shoot down. Then we're going to line up with these trees down here, shoot straight left. And then before we get to the blue ammo, we're going to shoot up. I will point that out a little bit more. Here, you want your shot to be between the ammo and this tree trunk. Our egg is straight up from that point. So we're going to follow our bullet, collecting this blue ammo along the way. And boom, egg is shot. The key card. Through the trees, hug left, or you'll get a raptor coming from that tree on the right. All right. Powerhouse, pretty straight and easy. If you happen to need it, there is another extra life right here in the corner where the spitter comes out of, almost like the... So I'm not going to pick it up, but it's there. Right here. We want to touch those. Left box is the only good box. The other two are damaged. If you do not hear the spitter when you go for those two, you will have a raptor in the bottom room. But just to show it off, there's the one up. Not needed, really. Not routed, but emergency. Okay, leaving here, 3 jumps, downward right diagonal. Shoot. Shoot a blue. This is important because raptor. This raptor will come out of the tree as we go after that 3rd jump. You can even do 2, but it's dicey. 3 jumps. Shoot. That raptor being dead means the raptor here does not spawn. If that raptor was still on screen, you are having a raptor in your face hitting you as you go through that. I switch back to yellow here, because this is the computer maze. Ammo here, routed. Don't forget it. It is important to keep as much blue. That is a 20 pack of blue. Now, you can shoot that copy at the computer, first computer you got to talk to, which is number 2. Scrolling down, that is the numeric code that you see on my splits. I don't need it. I have it on display for people who watch my streams and watch my runs so they know what this means. This is the order of the computers you need to talk to from distance from the entrance of the visitor center. So this is computer number 2. Number 3 is the up exit of this room, and number 4 is our down exit of this room. You only have to talk to it. You do not have to see the screen you just saw. You just have to talk to it and then match start. Raptor always here. I think maybe 1 or 2 times ever in my runs getting this far did not have this spawn. There is a trigger point at that table that this raptor spawns at. Just shoot as soon as you cross that table. You'll kill this raptor, guaranteed. We want this ammo. And then this computer. This is number 2, or rather number 4. Do not touch the box you're about to see, and do not kill the spitter, because killing the spitter just wastes ammo. And the spitter is our friend, because now we don't have a raptor in this hall coming down at us that we can easily shoot along the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hops. And the copy pattern was messed up. But I also do 7 hops from that top of the door to the doorway, and then a big hop there, because that copy is at the 7th jump. Now this is number 8, or our 3rd computer. That box up there is health in an emergency case. It is not too far out of the way. If I happen to need it, I will grab it, but not often do I ever grab it. But that is a safe box and will give you health. 2 shots. I go below the spitter line because diagonals don't lose us any momentum in either direction. It's a wonderful little part about the game. Anytime you're holding right, if you wiggle up or wiggle down, you're still going full speed right. Same with holding down and then going right or left, you're still going full speed down. I don't bother picking up the ammo now. I will try to pick it up on the way back, sometimes killing the copy along the way. not always. Now, there can be a raptor spawning in this fence. Be prepared. It's about a 50-50 shot whether or not it shows up. It depends on if that spitter right there that you see on screen is there or not, is what determines whether or not that raptor will be in our way or not. You can avoid the raptor going through it quickly. No big deal. Now we're going to go back to the death box room, or computer number 5, or the third computer, or fourth computer we need to talk to. This corner, dangerous. Always expect up to 4 compies in this room, most of which are going to be right behind this wall. That wall, stay close to the white box. As soon as you go by that corner, that gives you the longest time to react for a long jump to get over these compies, because you are not going to see them before they hit you. That raptor will be there every time on the way down for the first time. On the way back up, not so guaranteed. 3 to 4 jumps and a big jump over the box. And then back over, because we got to go back up to this room. Raptor says hi, which means the raptor's not going to say hi when we go back down. And the opposite is true. If we don't see it on the way up, it'll say hi on the way back down. This computer. So that was number 6. Now we have to make our way down to 3. Wiggle, 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 because why not? Jump shots are broken. You can clip through so much different stuff. This is number 3. That is health, and a giant 40 pack of yellow if you happen to need it. I do not route it. I oftentimes will go to bolus shots going through here, which is that pickup we had at computer number 4. This is number 1, obviously. I shoot 1 copper here for the chance to kill as many compies in that room as possible, because that is the other most painful room in this building. Now we are making our way to the last PC, which is number 7, or the 8th computer, which is that one you see on screen now. It is 6 to 7 hops, depending on how quick your taps are for jump to get through that top wall. Match start in A. Alright, now we are to stage 4, which is the end of the Big 20 race. Part. If you were a part of that, this stage should be fairly familiar to you at this point, but for those not taking part in it, I am not picking up any ammo in this level outside of the last blue, or the blue in the last cave, which is the very last thing I do in this stage, and the copper shots right next to the X in the last cave. So this green ammo, if you need it, grab it. It's not a huge time loss. I do not, because it is a time save. Yellow. Shoot that along the way. Do not touch this box without iframes. This box will take a full life away. If you happen to get rocked by this volcano, don't be jumping over the box. If you are in the air and you take a rock, you will land on the box and not have iframes and take that full death. It is pretty much a double hit standard on this. It does happen occasion on dinosaurs, not very often. But that is what happens if you are jumping over this box and you get rocked at the same time. You will land on it and lose a life. If you take a rock and are not jumping over the box, hit this box with those iframes. Get it out of our way. We are going to take that direct route later. So this is, you're going to have a compy probably here, a compy probably here, and up to 2 up here. So we're going to shoot this egg on the way through. There is a chance for a clip shot, which was found during the Big 20 for this top right egg. It can save a little bit of time, but it is not a very easy shot to land. I will see if I can do so. I know I have save states to practice said shot. With this exact pattern, I will kill this compy out of the way because it will block the shot. A little bit too low. But it's kind of a tricky shot. Worst case, just keep holding upright diagonal, and if you happen to have missed it, you can still pop. You can still split Grant Sprite with rock wall and shoot the egg that way, which was the way it had been done before. And kill every compy up here when you are on your way through, because stairs are not your friends for that. Compies and stairs are friends, not our friends. Okay, we're going to go through that route. Excuse me. We're going to go across that cave door. Do not enter the caves. It will reset the patterns on your volcanoes, making it a lot more difficult to predict, or more predictable, what rock is going to come out where. It is a time loss going inside the caves and then back out, because you have to wait for the screen to come or load back up. So this particular volcano, the downward rock will come down a lot of times in our route. Walk through here. You have a lot higher chance to not get hit by this volcanic rock if you are walking through here. If you are jumping, because it is jumping, you will more likely hit it. And it didn't show up yet. It was still spawning 2 upward rights? Question mark. Sometimes this game doesn't make sense, but that's not a normal thing to see. Oh, it's because that one was almost done. Now, you can shoot, I usually shoot that one coming up from here, but pay attention to this right diagonal rock, because that is showing us the path to shoot an egg on the upward right. Unfortunately, now it's through a raptor, but there's our egg. As you can see, practically in line with this volcanic rock. And then we see our next target where we're going to shoot up, and we can even touch the wall if we want. We don't have to. But here, we're going to switch to blue. There's going to be up to 3 compies in our way. And this time we get none. Anywhere from 0, 1, 2, or 3 compies will be right where that blue ammo is. There'll be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. I am on the bottom edge of the hidden wall behind this rock. It is a perfect lineup for this egg, so I don't have to think. I just have to line up and hook left. Switch back to yellows, go across that way, and hope for a good pattern. A lot of times I will end up taking a volcanic rock on my way down. If I'm quick, I will actually be racing one down. And if I'm a little bit slow, I'm going to be following one down. But a lot of times I just end up eating it just so I can get past it quick. But downward right diagonal is your first chance here across that lake to hit the egg here. We are going to touch this rock for a nice, lovely special surprise of a 1-up. The only routed 1-up hidden. Now that was an intentional wall bump. I walked straight down, and then I bumped this wall because that forces this compy to come up straight through here so I can kill it. So I have 1 compy down here rather than 2, because we are going to go up to the top of the stair and do a lovely 4-shot blue and pray we don't get a double shot, which will take time. So blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to make sure that we hug this left corner as much as possible for those shots. This first one, we are going to shoot immediately. It's pretty quick and easy. Then we want to down left, down right, spin around, and then down. So we are on the left side of the stairs, because if we are too far to the right, we will miss this egg. That is right there. That is not TAS. TAS is this one, and this one. This was me. I will take full credit for adding this shot. I switched it to blue because Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Blues go straight through. I don't have to worry about shooting multiple shots. I just have to worry about shooting multiple shots because if I get a double shot, I have to wait. But if you're doing greens, you'd still have to wait just to make sure you're clear. Blue, one done, one done, one done. Yeah, it's a waste of 2 blue overall, but consistency over, I can't think of it, efficiency. Copies. Collect that one. Okay, I skipped this ammo. If you need it, it's like a 2-second time loss. So if you absolutely need more blue, grab it. If not, do this. Pop. Just down left diagonal from the top of the stairs, jump, shoot, done. Raptor was off screen, so we don't have to worry about it. But it was still on screen just enough to keep that spitter from spawning. Alright, worst case scenario on the rooftops, we have both copies. We have usually between 0, 1, and 2. Usually I expect 2. So green shots, 1, back to yellow. Ignore this one, but if you don't get it to maneuver to the left side, you could very easily get a double hit off of it. This way I don't have to hear it. We are collecting the dynamite to place on the X's in the caves now. Alright. This is the end of copies our worst split. Next is dead dinos, which is the remainder of the level, all the caves. Jump. Save the ammo. Switching to greens in particular. This is for efficiency's sake. Because I'm going to go up left and a straight up shot there to shoot those two. And if needed, kill both of them. If they were in a bad crunched pattern when we go up. I do have another split here. I'm going to go back through this stretch one more time. The way that's usually hit. If the compy's in the way, I will not have enough time to go and shoot it from the top. So sometimes these ones don't get in our way too hard. Jump. Hug, but don't hug that wall. If you're too close to that wall, you will trigger the cave entry. Hey look, 3 compies. That's why I shoot a blue. Got rocked. That volcanic rock is very weird. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you get hit, sometimes you don't. I missed. 2, 3. And down. Expect to take a hit there from that compy. Making our way back up. 1 compy this time. Backwards jump a little bit, so we line up and get that right shot for the keycard spawn. Blue ammo 1. Just before you enter the door, you can pop that to the left and kill the spitter. That way you don't have to worry about it being potentially hit on the way to it to get that last dynamite. I forgot to talk about a little bit about this cave, so that's why I'm redoing it. So switching to green. These compies always spawn in the same position. 1, 2, and then here there is a 1-up in this corner. If you happen to need it, it is able to be collected even after the timer has started. So if you need it, it's there. I don't. And not routed. Okay, from exiting this cave, we are on a timer. If we take a hit or bonk too many times, we are going to take a slightly different route around a volcano. No hits, no bonks. Aside from that tiny graze in the corner, we can go top route across that volcano. If we were to have taken a hit or bonked too many times, this rock right now would have hit us. That is the narrow window for the top fastest route. If I take a hit, I am guaranteed going across the bottom because it's safe. We're not going to take a hit, guaranteed, on that route. Now, I could just always take the bottom, but like I said, slightly faster to take the top. So if I get that chance, I will take it. Now, what I didn't do was set my ammo. This is what this save state is for. We want copper ammo coming in here. Our first shot is going to require this. That egg that we see initially cannot be hit by any other ammo because of how Grant's sprite and the bullets work. So we're going to come in here, jump once, left, downward, diagonal, and shoot. Egg dead. And we switch to yellows. We're going to stay on yellows for a little bit until we get to the raptors. You can switch for the raptors if you want. I am going to not, because I'm going to demonstrate a slight variance in the patterns this time. There is two potential ways to take these next, after this next egg, the next four after that. There is two different routes of approaching this. Okay, raptor went down, rock, and across. That tiny little rock on the ground indicates the diagonal position to shoot up and right to hit that egg in the corner. It is a great visual identifier for that shot. So I demonstrated the safe way first. YOLO. YOLO the bolo. But it is possible, if you can find the right position, to hit all three of those eggs with a bolus shot, potentially saving yourself another 2 seconds. Continuing on with the safe route, because like I said, it's a very tight window. It is a TAS shot. So the TAS does that shot perfectly, clearly, but that is where I learned it from. It's possible to do it. We want bolus shots here, or if you're really feeling froggy, you can do 2 yellow shots. But bolus is the simplest and easiest, and will, because there's so much going on the screen, we're going to come across our first real big instance of ammo skipping when we're swapping. Our ammo is going to go nuts every time we tap select. So we want to land on blue after we shoot this bolus shot, shortly after we cross this wall line. So right after this wall line, take your shot about in this position. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you are above, slightly above this rock wall. Not too far high, but around in this spot is perfect. You'll hit 2 eggs as you go left. We want to get to blue quickly. I managed to get to it on the second tap, which is actually its own, but a lot of times the first tap will get you to blue. Other times it's going to be like the 5th, because it's going to keep skipping because there's just so much going on right now. We want blue here because of that raptor right there. And you'll see exactly why blue is perfect for that. From there, yellow. Pop. Keep shooting as you go through the door. You'll feel that you're going to shoot like 9 shots, because you did. It's a weird glitch with that door, but as you walk through that door, you're just going to keep on loading with very few taps. Okay. What you just saw was a little yellow sprite and I was not on blue, so this is probably going to eat my face. Oh, no, I actually did get the kill. But expect a raptor there. If you do not see a yellow sprite, you can see the yellow kind of bouncing along the top of the wall. It'll probably spawn in the top corner and then make its way to you as you get closer. So be prepared for a raptor there. If there's a raptor in this area when you go through the door after dropping the bomb, you can most times ignore it unless it's in front of the door. If it's not in front of the door, ignore it. It's not even going to touch you as long as you're going up and left out of that doorway. Now this doorway right here, we are going to have another blue ammo locked and loaded ready for a raptor, most often on the left side, but sometimes on the right. We are looking for it as we go up to this door. It was on the up and left. Okay. It is cleanly open, straight shot over. Okay. There is a chance with how the timers work in this game. I don't have any definitive evidence as to when these volcanic rocks start. Their patterns are set where they start from. This first rock will do exactly what you see. The tasks will get closer to the volcano and not get hit. I cannot do that consistently. I expect a hit here. However, the timers for this game are wonked. There's times when you come out of this cave and there is no volcanic rock in sight coming out of this volcano. That is the ideal scenario where you don't take the half-second hit going through here. However, it's also the less ideal scenario because now we have to worry about the death box and the death box drop, because as I said, when we are jumping and the volcanic rocks are in the air, we meet sprites, which means we're going to get dropped on this box if that volcanic rock happens to hit us when we are in the mid jump. And we want to jump this box. But there are times when that timer says, hey, you're free and clear. Expect a hit through here. It is faster to take the hit and go through than it is to go around the volcano. So this is typical scenario right here. Taking the hit right around this corner and then walk through the box. Okay, left side first. One. And then this is done differently by a lot of people. This is the one that I have found that works the quickest. I am lining myself up with the corner and then the following two tiny rocks in a downward right diagonal shot. 3 shots, 3 eggs. Quick and easy. If you are too slow or miss the bottom shot, you are going to have a raptor blocking your shot, which means you got to switch ammo or unload on it. Here, here, here. You can see the raptor is already there, but I've already shot that egg. We're going to come back for that ammo that you saw down there after we plant the bomb. Okay. Switch ammo to the bolus. Kill them if you can. Grab this. Line up here. We are lining up the feet, Grant's feet at the bottom of that. It is also possible to do a jump shot. I do not have that practiced, but by lining up our feet, our foot sprite edge with this wall, we shoot all 3 of these eggs at once with a bolus shot. Then we just collect the other and land on the X as the bullets are clearing these eggs. Saves our tiny bit of time, and now we have 20 seconds to kill because we're not going to leave this cave because that's time loss otherwise. So collect some ammo if you feel like it. 26 is plenty. We need at least 10 going into the next stage because we need a lot of yellow shots for the only known glitch that matters. Kill you, grab the blue. So we have 2 eggs we are going to collect in this first part of stage 5. This is the fun. We have 1 egg immediately on screen. The very next egg, as soon as we cross a corner, we are shooting straight up as fast as possible. Because for some reason this egg just does not die quickly. So we are able to unload 10 shots, and on the 11th is the collection of the egg and then spawning a keycard. This glitch can potentially cause a soft lock. If you do not collect the keycard and you destroy another egg, that keycard is forever gone if you do not pick that up. Because you have now rolled over the egg count, meaning that your egg count is now 255 plus to go, I'm assuming. Because that is the bit size for memory. So let's demonstrate. Collect. Jump. Don't touch that. Unload. 11 on the collection. This is ideal scenario. There are 3 eggs right in this small area. So if we happen to have somehow missed a few shots, we have a little bit of margin of error to get a keycard quickly. Do not shoot the bottom one as your keycard. Don't do it. Don't have that be your last one unless you have already collected the one on the left. That one on the left is where you want your keycard to spawn if it did not spawn here, for the soft lock reason. But if you've already collected the one on the left and you don't have a keycard spawned yet and you still need an egg, kill that one. Every egg after that will now be a keycard. So if I do not collect an egg, every single egg we have on this that spawns in the game or in this level will now be a keycard. So as long as you don't collect another egg, you're okay. But if you collect another egg after spawning the keycard and do not collect the keycard, it is a soft lock. Get blues ready because most times you'll have a raptor. Jump shoot, kills that. Okay. Didn't mention this. Staying in a cave when it blows up removes all of your health. Staying in a cave that's not the last cave that will restart stage 4. Staying in the last cave sets you to stage 5. No health, all ammo, remaining lives. Don't stay in any cave besides the last. Get out as fast as possible, because that is not only what a speedrun is, that is the point of this game and that point. But you see, no health. This is a health box. If I am at 0 lives at this point, I will grab it. If I am not, I ignore it. Don't touch this box. That is a -1 up. Jump over the electric fences. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Expect up to 2 raptors there. I'm overshooting. Get it. Jump this compy. We should only have to fire maybe 2 more shots. Jump shot there. Let's you shoot that guy as it spawns out. You might want to consider killing these guys. So, because 2 of them is kind of hard to dodge. So we did not take a hit. So we are going to take an intentional death at this stampede. If you happen to have messed up on the stampede and have to ended up taking that inadvertently, oh well. You're not going to lose time because these are timed and patterned. This rock is our friend. We are going to stay near it as much as possible. And now we are going to hug up and left. We are nearing the end. This is where I take the intentional death, is off this guy right here. Oops. And then I dance around right here in this far right line, because those are the last 2. An occasional audio glitch, no stampede sounds. ship. Phase 1. Head right. See the door? Shoot. Coppers? Shoot. I do it immediately because that way that raptor does not die and has the potential to follow me, so I don't have to shoot it a second time crossing that corner like I just did. Okay, blue. As soon as we cross this line. Oops, too far. That was a little bit too high of a shot. But that other line was where we needed to do that. Shoot twice along this bottom edge, and then shoot another 2 times. 2 copies usually spawn in there. Blue, yellow. Select, switch back to blue. There's a reason why I switched to blue here, is because I'm going to shoot straight up across this ammo and hit an egg. If I use any other shot, there's a compy up there, so I could use 3 yellow if I had to, but a blue is simpler and faster. So here. Now there's times when this compy is in the corner. Worst case scenario, you're going to take a hit. He's a pain like that. Kill some of these along the way so you don't have to deal with them later. Coppers, up a little bit, shoot, boom. Switch to yellows, diagonal, up. Rapid fire. Straight and easy. That is health in that box if you need it. Not routed because it takes time. Welcome to Danger Room 0. Each one of these electrical posts has a pattern that they fire in, and there's a timer to these patterns. Sorry, I have to laugh because I cannot get consistency out of this, even from saved states. The pattern on fire is not the same ever. The patterns that they fire in is the same. The sequence that they fire in is the same. The timing between each shot is the same. When they start is different. Also, I think, I can't say for sure, there is a sprite limit for these. I don't know how it happened, but in my prior record run, I somehow, this is why I'm laughing, and I'm still in denial about this whole thing. Not once did I take a hit in this room. That happened like once in practice. It is absurd. I have a save state for this because I'm guaranteed already screwed up the timing. Upon entering this room, shoot a bolus shot to kill this compy, jump twice down, and then we're going to shoot left, then move down very quickly because otherwise we're going to get hit by an electric bolt off this bottom right pole. See, timing's off. Save state here. Boom. 2, wait, left, jump, shoot. Try not to kill this compy if you can help it, because that is part of the sprite now, to my theories. Okay, don't touch this egg. We'll catch it on the way back. Bolus shots. Should shoot all 3 of those. My timing's off now. We want to make sure we get 1 egg up there, or an extra shot to the top. Crossing that top line. I will go back through this one more time. I'm just going through this quickly. Diagonal shot to spawn our key card. Understand? Why? I apologize for that. That is exactly what happened on the record route. It's still stupidly amusing to me. As anybody who has tried to speedrun this level, and especially these rooms can understand. Oh, that room is a logistical nightmare. You take one hit, all bets are off. You're probably going to take 5. So, one more time. Probably taking a hit this time. That bottom left one almost always will have a bolt coming at you when you go by it. I at least want to do the beginning part clean. Okay. But, wow, Compy's behaving. Holy crap. Usually that Compy is in the way. Spacing the shots there. Do not touch that egg if you have a good pattern. Okay. Those 2 upward bolts from this guy right here. If one is on screen and the other one is not followed behind it, it cannot shoot left or right. That is its pattern. It has to have these 2 bolts fired up. It cannot have a right or left until that second one is fired. All of its timers are based off of that, but it cannot fire 2 at once. So it has a small gap in time between when these fire off and when it starts to fire these again. However, once the second one is gone, the very next bolt is a priority going up. That is the most definitive answer I can give on this particular one. They are all separate timers on exactly when they fire. And it does vary depending on which cycle they are on if the up shot has to wait on the right. The left shot just happens. I tried to dig into this for like hours, and all I've been able to determine was this pattern and the 8-second cycle for the bottom left corner, because these 2 are the most painful ones for us, and the one on the far right. The closest thing I've come to a manipulation is missing or keeping that bottom compy alive, or its ammo, mind you, because that is what happened in the record run. Is I killed it, but I did not collect the ammo, ran up, did the spaced yellow shots, trying to keep sprites on the screen for as long as possible. And then from there, hook right, do not touch that egg on the way through, because that's another sprite taking up memory. That keeps what I think keeps the right electric post from firing through this area and making us take a hit there. It is the most consistent way I've found to not take a hit coming or going to that far right side, going for those bottom eggs. But downward left diagonal, there's our key card. This is because I paused. Not because I hit pause, but because I waited up top to demonstrate that. That's why this one hit me. This one is on a timer where it's most likely not. It's like a 12-second timer. So you have a long time frame to get down through this point. Now, left is going to say hi. Sometimes there's a compy there, sometimes not. If there is a compy there, consider stepping on it instead of shooting it, because the hit animation for the compy is shorter than the electric hit animation. That one on the left, set pattern, 4 seconds. Always shooting to the right. So very easy to time out. Just wait 1 bolt if you have to. Once more with gusto. So shoot, 2 jumps, left, shoot. Compy play nice? Nope, compy did not play nice. So now we are on a bad cycle. because I took that jump hit. Bolt says hi. I shoot the bolus here because, as you can see, it clips as long as I'm on the far right side of the platform and will make its way through there. Greens are okay here. Make sure you cross this line to get the egg sprite to load back in on the top. Now, this gap is enough to jump through. I did so in my run. You can make your way through it without getting hit by either one. I am amazed that I did not get hit by the left one that came through right after me. Like that. Like I said, I'm on a bad cycle, so I'm going to be taking a lot of hits on this one. If you need it, health. Yeah, for some reason... Oh, now I see what happened. This shoots down. For some reason. I think. Yes. That's what happened. I never paid attention to that. This thing shoots down. But, yeah. Right, down, right. So it must have just finished its right cycle. The second right cycle when I was going through here. That's how I managed to get through it. That was God's cycle. Okay. Makes sense now. Good copy. Because we don't want to hurt it if we can help it. Jump you. Bolus. Too much going on still. Yep. It didn't even look like I touched the sprite. Welcome to Electric Rooms. But we're not done with them. I tend to kill that guy. Because why take the hit? Now, blue. Because there's going to be a compy in the way. And we want to do a straight shot. Then I switch to coppers. Usually shooting down to kill that guy. But that gives... Shooting left with a bolus shot gives that far left egg a chance to spawn in. Because in here there is so much going on. You're going to find your eggs not spawning in by the time you want them most times. Kill compies as often as possible. Because they take up your sprite counts. Can't do anything about the electric bolts. So... we can do something about the compies. Worst case, take another egg off the screen because we're going to be seeing a bunch here in a second. I just need a little bit of help to get through the level. And so I can have some oopsies in here while the demonstration goes on. Okay. Blue shot on the left. Down the middle. Bolus shot here. Kills the compy. Bolus shot there gives it time to go in there. Yellow shot. Watch out for the electric. Collect that one. Shoot that one. That was decent spawn-ins. There are like 6 compies in that right side of the screen that will spawn in on occasion. If you do not have an egg spawn in by the time you get there, which will happen quite often, mind you, murder the compies. Just get rid of them. collect their ammo, get the sprites off the screen as quickly as possible. But a bunch of right diagonal shots going up while you go through there, while jumping over those electric panels. You can quickly get the ones on the far right, and then we do a jump shot over this last one on the left, getting our keycard to spawn in by the time we get to it. Big jumps. Okay. Whichever ammo we have on here doesn't really matter because there's no other copies to kill. And we're going to collect a green at the start of stage 6. Now, I got to talk immediately because moving this, there's a raptor we're going to try and shoot. If we get through the beginning part of this level very quickly, we are going to have a raptor very much in our face, but with enough time to react to it. If we are slightly slow, the raptor does not spawn in. So shoot, raptor. Because the spitter spawns in instead. Okay, switch back to greens. We're going to fire 2 after this egg. Collect that. Most times you're going to be almost out of yellow. A straight right shot off the bottom of this building shoots or hits that egg. This little box right here is health. Another shot indicator, upward, left, diagonal. Do not have bolus shots up right now. We are going to switch to bolus after this with a jump shot straight left. If you hit bolus up left from here, you're going to have to reroute the eggs. Because we want here, there is a lot of times a compy in those trees. So a jumping bolus shot straight left clears it. We're going to have a raptor spawn in the bottom left corner. A lot of times we'll end up in these trees where we have to deal with it very quickly. Bolus shot gets us an opportunity to not take a hit in close proximity. And blues are a bit too far away to get to because we have to go through greens and blues. But our last egg that we're going to pick up for this level is going to be up here. So if we were to have shot when we switched to the bolus shot, and if we ended up being upward left, we would shoot it then, meaning this next egg we see, we have to not touch if we want to keep a good egg route. Because we have to go on rooftops for the remaining eggs on this overworld to get the key card to get into the building we started at, which is our exit. So shoot. Many times in that position, we'll shoot the egg. So that's why I said, do not shoot up and left with a bolus up there. You will hit the egg you do not want to hit until last. Because we are going to go, when we're leaving this building, we're going straight up, right through that egg. Alright. More raptor spitter shenanigans. Kill the compies for a little bit of extra blue, or yellow ammo. Switch to yellow, don't touch this spitter, he's your friend. Very quickly, shoot down, shoot left, shoot downward left, and then we're going to flick up and hard right for another shot. Collect this, switch back to yellow. Jumping shot here. Clears the wall, lets us get that egg. This is where the door shots come in. Split it. Walk through it a little bit. Take a hit if you have to. Say hello to the spitter. Don't greet it like I did. Alright. Panic one up. Just for explanation's sake. Copper. Another door shot coming up. Split it. Shoot it. Switch immediately. And shoot right. Then downward right. With whatever ammo you land on. There's going to be a lot going on quickly. Bolus shots now. Shoot here, because you'll most often hit that with a bolus shot. I just landed on a compy. I went too far beyond the door frame to get this egg. I was not lined up right. Okay, wiggle a little left through the door for the straight up shot chance, or diagonal shot there, straight left. These are what I call kind of like YOLO shots because I'm going to shoot upward left twice while jumping and then straight up on the third shot. So door, jump, shoot, shoot, shoot. Downward first, and then that one that gets our key card. Greens, blues, something quickly. That's bolus might work okay, but I don't rely on bolus for that spitter's kill. It will block you and take a hit. So make sure you shoot a green or 2 yellow before going through this door, and then a second shot or third shot, a little paused after. That lets us kill the copy that will block the door when we get to it from this position. Make sure you shoot from this side. And hit the egg straight below. Boom. Again, down, up. Switch to yellows. We have another trick shot coming up. I'm probably not going to hit it on the first try. It's been a hot minute. But as you can see, there's so much going on. That was 1 shot, which is now 3. And I missed. That cleared it. Boom. At this point, I'm just trying to get to an ammo. Usually I end up on greens, because I have a lot there. There. Try not to go too far to the right, or you'll get a raptor. Now, there's our key card. Bolus shots, because as soon as we go through this door... By the way, this is the... I made it here split ending. Is this door. Boom. From here, jump right once, downward left diag. Hits both eggs, guaranteed. You want to land on that corner piece right there. That is your visual indicator for that shot. And then from here, one more jump, straight right. Kill the raptor because it's probably going to try and eat your face. Now you'll notice that I left a box at this door intentionally. That is a 1-up. It is also my safe way through this room without getting hit. So jump, walk, because it's not quite there yet a lot of times. If you jump twice, you will actually jump off of it. At this point, we just clear doors. Eggs are gone. Compies hide in door frames. Expect all doors to have compies. Okay, we can save our shots here. We don't have to shoot them. I've had 1 hit ever with jumps going through that door on that corner from that compy that you just saw. Okay, raptor does not always spawn. Either shoot the bolus shot quite far away or up close and personal. If you shoot it kind of in the middle, you'll only get 1 bolus hit on it, and it'll hit you in the face most likely. There is a chance where if it does miss, it'll keep going right anyways and not turn quick enough to greet you. I don't have a raptor currently, but we'll probably see one on the way back around through here again. It's going this direction. Guaranteed raptor going on when we head right, always. On the left, not. So since we're on bolus most of this time at this point, and we need to make sure we conserve, I conserve at least 30 shots for the end of the game. From the last building on is 30 shots. So anything over that is fair game. There's our raptor. Sometimes we'll have a raptor in that door. Blue. I try to save 1 blue for this shot right here. Because compy loves to block the way. Keycard, again, has the spawn timer, so you have to pause briefly while on top of it. But blue lets us clear this without having to multi-shot to get that egg. Back to copper. Like the ammo, it's not as much needed now. if you're running low on copper ammo and yellows are your thing, there is a guaranteed shot for the yellow on a lineup in the last building. So bolus can work, not recommended the best because sometimes you're a little bit off position. Jump left. Make sure you shoot before you enter that door or you will take a hit from that combi. Bolus shots needed here. Hold left. Flick down. As soon as you load in, you're going to want a very, very tiny delay before you flick down. That lets you get the downward diagonal shot that I had just done, and then you can just quickly go back up. It is, I can't precisely say it more than what I just did, because that's literally what's going through my brain. Hold left, flick down, move up. That is where am I? Because let's face it, where am I? This place is a stinking maze going back and forth. It's like a frickin' Metroidvania. 2 jumps. Ignore everything. Or murder everything if you so choose. Just don't go out of your way to make shots. Hi, Raptor. Bye, Raptor. I made sure I was close enough. Okay. Spitter sometimes can hit you. Not very often, but expect it. Okay. You can use whatever ammo you want. Just make sure you're down the middle. I'll usually use this once I cross the building, because there's our last egg. Now, this building, as soon as we go in, don't move. Shoot. Boltless. Don't move. After your ammo has been fired, there's the first egg. Then that was a health pickup. The last health pickup that I am aware of, or care to find out. Don't touch this. This window is our marker. Straight down, whatever ammo you want, straight down from this window is the egg. This is where I want Ebola shot coming up because I can only guesstimate where it's at. From this rock, straight down, I'm going to take a hit from the left spitter. Egg, key card there. I shoot one more here because raptors. Sometimes I kill them. Most times I kill them, sometimes I don't. It at least gives me a chance to preempt them hitting my face, potentially. And on to the final T-Rex. This is the funnest thing ever. We have Lex and Tim. Now, I am lining up a full rock sprite to the right of this rock. Same position as before, just a full rock sprite away. I am trying to maximize the time I have to mash the ever-living crap out of my controller to make this T-Rex stay white with bolus shots. This should unload its entirety of its health bar. It is possible to one cycle from my positioning. I have done it. I have done it in runs. It is not easy, but it is humanly possible. Worst case, I have to take 3 shots at most on the second cycle, or heaven forbid the half cycle. But I never see a 3 cycle anymore on this thing. But same patterns, just you have to worry about Tim and Lex. Same kind of theory. They will take a little bit of time to maneuver. You have to be a certain distance away before they do move after a certain set time frame. So I'm going to try and line up my diagonal. White is what we want to see. We don't care if they get stomped. It doesn't hurt us. That is the 2.5 cycle. Too high. Don't do that. That was intentional, by the way. Couldn't get my diagonal. Okay, There's the diagonal. Two cycle. F10 please. I'm close. If I can get those initial hits to mash, it's there. That might be too high. One thing to note. On the recycle oops, don't fire more than one shot. Too low. To the right for the half cycle, you can do a one shot that direction and still be able to make the 3 cycle. But more than that, you're just going to waste time and ammo. But you should be able to finish off the T-Rex with the coppers on the 3 cycle, almost guaranteed. 26 shots. That is the minimum for the T-Rex of copper. Timer ends when you hit the X. Good luck. I will most likely be doing runs of this off and on for a very long time. So I'm always available for questions if needed. Discord is the name you see displayed. Twitch displayed. This has been a treat, and hopefully y'all have been able to learn a bit more about the run. This was a offline tutorial put together, and I wanted to, share the fun, share the knowledge, and hopefully help more people in getting a good speedrun in on this game and enjoy it as much as I have. This has been by and far one of my most favorite games to do as a speedrun. Yeah. Thanks again for watching, and I will hopefully see many of you on the leaderboard. Take care.